Walking all the way from the Stadium of Light up to St James's Park definitely doesn't sound like a walk in the park. Well, I suppose if you can talk the talk, you'll have to walk the walk, and there's a very good cause behind it. This lot, alongside many others, are taking on a great challenge to help raise money for children with a long-term or terminal illness. After the death of 6-year-old Bradley Lowry saddened the nation, charities like the Bradley Lowry Foundation were set up to help other children.
I think every little helps is a phrase that some people may use. I mean, we're trying to raise money for children who suffer. If they can see something like this, that there is people out there, and this is a rival club, we're putting football to one side, you can see that there is people out there who want to help, and we want to help as well, so we want to raise as much money as possible.
Bradley sadly lost his life to a rare case of cancer. He had been battling with neuroblastoma, a form of cancer that is mostly common in infants or young children. His funeral in July saw thousands of people gather in his hometown to pay their respects. Streets were filled with people wearing the Sunderland kit in memory of Bradley, who was a huge fan of the team.
On the day that he passed away, I thought everybody was devastated on Twitter, Facebook. You've seen it on social media, all the kind words, and I thought the parents, the courage that they showed to go through, and not just, they know that they were losing their child, but to go through the motions and help raise money for other children as well. It speaks volumes of the parents themselves, and, it went through everybody, emotion. It was like, I have to say, it's like a story that touched everybody.
However, despite the rivalry between the two teams, the event is hoped to unite supporters from both Sunderland and Newcastle to come together for charity. Their plan is to touch these walls right behind me as a starting point before their journey. The walk is said to take up to 4 hours and possibly even more, and it could total up to 11.7 miles. Some of those might even dress up for the cause, and they don't plan on having all that hidden, as they'll have a live podcast on the day and even do live coverage on social media in a bid to help people donate even more money. And others involved in the walk say that they're fully behind the cause after they too were touched by Bradley's story.
I think it's important to, give something back to the community, and, kids shouldn't suffer, and if we can just raise some money and help, that's as much as we can do.
As fans, because, we are rivals with Sunderland, but at the end of the day, we are one community, and it's important that, for young Bradley, that we show our support on the Newcastle side as well as the Sunderland side. It's good just to interact also with the Sunderland fans as we do. At the end, the cancer is a horrible thing, and it takes lives, and it's a real shame. And Bradley Lowry is a young lad. He's all he wanted to do was support his football club.
The group so far has raised over £100, but are aiming to raise £300. They say they hope that this will encourage others to walk a mile in their shoes. Amani Ibrahimi in Sunderland.
If you're interested in coming to this event, we'll be at the Stadium of Light. Everyone's arriving about 9:45 AM on this Tuesday, and then we're heading off to St James's Park. If you can't make the event, please donate any spare cash that you have, even if it's a couple of quid, to a fiver, to a tenner, you name it. Every little penny helps sick children.